Mario Blascak, World Business Press Online. Governor, we saw you revising down the unemployment forecast below the 5% equilibrium rate. At the same time, how low do you think the unemployment in the UK should fall to put the upward pressure on the closely watched earnings or wages growth? And in what other segments of the labor market do you see the slack remaining?
Yeah. We did an assessment of the overall degree of slack in the economy. We do a sort of periodic so-called supply stock take. And so we looked pretty hard at the labor market as a whole. We made a couple of determinations in that. One is that we took down a bit our expectations around participation, the participation rate in the economy. We had quite a relatively high level. And we also took a signal from recent behavior in the labor market in terms of hours worked, desired hours worked of individuals, because we're seeing a normalization in pattern. People had been taking less leave than historic or than on offer, and there's been some normalization of that, and to an extent that it mattered. In both respects, there is still some marginal slack there, but very limited. As we indicated, in November, we felt there was around a half a percentage point of slack. We now think it's less than that. There's a little more than zero, but not so much that it can't be eliminated over the course of the year. And in fact, you do, as you rightly point out, over the course of the forecast, we expect on average that the unemployment rate would fall below 5%, below that current estimate of the natural rate. Now, we will be very interested to see, as everyone will, in terms of how wage costs evolve if this comes to pass, and also how job matching and job churn and other indicators evolve. There are reasonable arguments on both sides of this to suggest that the natural rate, or the NAIRU, different concept but similar, has actually fallen in this economy over the course of the last several years because of a series of reforms to labor markets and the nature of work and other factors. We're alive to that possibility. For the purposes of this forecast, we've made a judgment, to which we all adhere, that we've kept that assumption at 5%. But we do expect that the actual outturn will be below that. We'll see what happens to a variety of other indicators, and we'll update as appropriate. Thanks.